EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Christmas Day matchup. It's the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals. All that and more coming up next.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, it feels like the latest golden age of quarterbacks in the NFL. There are good ones up and down the league everywhere, but one of the best certainly resides right here in Cincinnati, and that's Joe Burrow.
And Joe Cool, Joey B, whatever you want to call him, not only does he perform big time on the field, he is that magnet that pulls other players to him. A lot of guys want to get to Cincinnati and play on Joe Burrow's team.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, what a turnaround last season in year one of the Brian Daboll era, Charles. Yes, they finished behind the Eagles and Cowboys, but they did win 9 games and one more for good measure at Minnesota in the wild card round.
Talk about establishing a new base, a new culture, and getting into the playoffs while doing it. So tough to beat this Giants team in the fourth quarter. They expect that to continue.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Taylor now returning it. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And the Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the number.
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for the Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 68 yards. And the Bengals will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
Boy, you gotta like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That throw, Charles, on the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengals lead. Joe Burrow, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Taylor now to return it. 54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets him 40. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Nixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. And It's a pick six for Bengals TD. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And that pick six just a moment ago. Things went from bad to worse. Look up at the scoreboard now. Not looking good here. We'll see if they can put something together on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get
under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been pretty effective so far, solid numbers yardage-wise, but the fumble last time, that's what he's thinking about. Has to be a little bit more secure.
Yeah, he does. Would you yell at him right here? Would you get on him?
No, I think you pick him up, don't you?
I agree with you totally. You pick him up in this situation because a lot of game left to be played, and he can be special with the ball in his hands. In that situation, he wasn't. But you talked to him about the 4 points of pressure, high and tight to the body, and let him go back to it.
Well, still plenty of time in this game, so he'll have opportunities to secure that ball with those 4 points of pressure. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. It's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. And this is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
Burrow now off the bootleg. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The New York set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. And here's Taylor on the return. And finally taken out of bounds all the way up near midfield. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Airing one out for Boyd. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. 4th down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it.
Here we go, here we go.
They're going to try and throw. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a round is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives. yards.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Jones throwing on first down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. A quick throw there. It is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
To Barkley on the check down. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. To return is Taylor. A great return there of 22 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
First down, here's Burrow. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play. He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time,
and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. Back to throw. Jones. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught. It's Waller. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
His kick is
Extra
good.
point try, good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B, their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He was downright amazing with 3 touchdown passes and another one scored on the ground for good measure. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 73 yards rushing for him now to this point. 3rd down and 6. Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Jones on 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Sam Hubbard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DJ Reader. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Cincinnati set to take over once again. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, Paul. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals Bengals have a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Mixon with a first down carry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Buying time to his left. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team. So
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
At the 11-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He can't get him down, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati.
I'm one, ready?
This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after him.
There he goes, left side. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 18. Wow, and even 200 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will take it all in for And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands trying to...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Sam Hubbard able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah,
and they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ballgame. Cheetah with a pick. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because Your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Here we go. Here we go.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 229 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now 2nd and 3. Once again, they run with Mixon. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.